let's talk about Enjoi. Let's talk about, we talked about you getting on Enjoi, MJ calling you, all that stuff. But let's move forward to Bag of Suck, because that was a huge thing. You had a gnarly car accident during that time. Run us through that, because you were in the middle of filming for that.
Yeah. So for Bag of Suck, we were pretty much in the heat of it.
Right.
And I think Louis had said that, you know, in the beginning, it was more of just like us just kind of fucking around and just doing whatever. Yep. And then there was a point while filming where it was like, oh shit, you know, like this is legit, you know? So then that's when, obviously we all started trying to, go in, you know? And yeah, dude, unfortunately Kyle explained it pretty well, but we were skating that Dixon Landing spot. And
which spot was this? Refresh the,
it's the white ledge that goes off the brick stairs, like the one that,
skinny one, right?
Skinny one.
It's sketchy.
It is
super sketchy.
Super sketchy.
And you got a clip that day or no?
I didn't get a clip that day. I got a few clips for my third tilt mode video part.
Oh, interesting. So you were working kind of on two projects at the same time?
No. So initially I had these tricks in mind that I wanted to do there prior to that, prior to the accident. And then obviously I got jacked, and then I luckily was able to film those tricks like a couple years later. Which was pretty cool. But yeah, so we were out at that spot, and you know, I was kind of toying with some tricks, and it just wasn't working out for me. But Jerry got some sick shit that night, and we were with Daryl Angel and Jerry and Kyle. We were just packing up, and we were heading to the next spot, and Daryl and I got T-boned, and my section of the car got hit the worst, obviously, you know, and what's crazy about that whole thing, dude, this is wild. So I'd say maybe like half a mile before we got up to that light, I didn't have my seatbelt on, and you know, I was just chilling, and I was talking to my girlfriend then. You know, we're on the phone and stuff, and you know, I'm like, yo, you know, we're gonna check out another spot and then I'll be home type deal. And then as I'm on the phone with her, that light turns green, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I should put my seatbelt on. And I freaking put it on, and literally maybe seconds.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm on the phone, we cross the intersection, and boom. Like, dude.
So it's just like click.
Yeah, just boom, dude.
Wow.
And you were on the phone while the accident, your wife heard it.
Yeah, so my wife's at the gym, dude, and she said, like, all she heard was just like a smack, and then just me screaming.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah, it was so nuts, dude. And you know, she's
I heard to hear that.
Yeah, and she was freaking out.
She don't know where you are.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck's going on, you know? But dude, like, all I remember was just being on the phone, and like that freaking impact, like my whole entire body just like shooting forward into the dashboard, dude. It was so insane. It was so intense. Like, just as soon as it hit, it was like super loud ringing. It was just like whoosh. And
you were passenger, front seat?
Yeah.
Where did the car T-bone you? Right on your side?
Yeah. So like she was lost, and she tried making a U-turn as we're crossing the intersection. Okay. So she makes the U-turn as we're crossing like this, and it just boom, you know, kind of hits like my right side.
Okay. So your car probably spun around.
Yeah. Oh, it was fucked.
Yeah.
And dude, like, all I remember was just like my freaking head and neck. It was the craziest feeling ever, dude. And just ringing in my ears was just.
What initially happened to? Did you break anything? Or?
Yeah, I broke four vertebrae in my neck. I had a collapsed lung.
Kyle said that your knees imprints were in the dashboard.
Yeah, fully in the dashboard. And what else? Broken collarbone. dude, I was like massive internal bruising.
Wow.
That part alone, I think, during my recovery process was the most painful.
Just
Like,
the internal.
Oh my God, dude. Like, it was crazy. So, it's like all internal bruising. So I'd wake up in the middle of the nights crying because like I could feel the freaking, like, all the blood clotting just like breaking up.
Oh my gosh,
That
dude.
fucking feeling, dude. Wow. It was so intense.
Wow, bro.
So wait a minute. So you get hit.
Yeah,
They
so-
call 911. So was Kyle was following you guys or something,
Yeah,
right?
so-
He saw it.
Yeah, so we get hit, and then Jerry walked over and grabbed my phone, I think. And, my wife's freaking out. She's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And Jerry's like, I don't know. Jose was just in an accident. I think he's hurt really bad.
Wow.
And I think Jerry gave the phone to one of like the fire personnel, dude, because like the fire department and ambulance were there in like a matter of minutes.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, but they had to get me out. Oh, dude, that was so brutal.
Well, because you have fractured
yeah.
vertebrae
Yeah, dude, and
in
then
your neck.
yeah,
Did they have
Dude,
to
and
cut
then
you out
my
of the car?
side. What's that?
Did they have to cut you out of the car with
I
the jaw's
think
life?
so. I think so. But my side was all crunched up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I know that they had to pry the door open and like cut it off and
Wow.
all that stuff. And dude, like I remember them telling me like, "Hey, brace yourself. We're gonna pull you out."
Oh.
And fuck, dude, I just kept screaming like, "No, please, no, no, no." And dude, fuck, man, when they pulled me out, it was that pain was so fucking intense.
Wow.
And I never passed out from it though.
Huh.
But damn, dude, like I still to this day have issues with my neck. So, if I if I slam pretty hard or something like that, my neck will be sore for like a week and a half,
Wow.
2 weeks,
Okay.
Yeah, so
Huh. So they got you out of the car. They brought you to the hospital.
Mhm.
Obviously, internal collapsed lung.
Yeah.
All this stuff. How long were you in
broken
the
collarbone.
hospital
I was
for?
in the hospital, I think, for like 4 days,
Oh, that's it.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Operation? Did they have to do with
No
your lung? Or,
operation.
no. How
No.
did-
So
collapsed lung. How does that? how
they
did-
just kind of let it settle on its own, dude, and it kind of like inflated back on its own.
Were
type
you
deal.
on like a breathing tube to help you get oxygen and stuff like that?
I was just on oxygen.
Okay.
And, I had like, I was all drugged up and stuff like that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But like, I remember like the first 2 nights I was there, my wife was there like the entire time,
Yeah.
but she said I'd pass out. And when I'd be sleeping and dude, it would just flatline.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. She was like, what the fuck? And dude, she'd freak out. And then like all of a sudden I'd start breathing again. But yeah, it was crazy. It was weird.
Let me
Super
ask you
weird
this: as a skateboarder, right? I mean, all we think about probably is our careers and
That's what I thought,
lasting long.
yeah.
Like, how was that going through your mind at all? Like, when was that first initial thought? Like, oh my God, I'm fucked up. Maybe I'm done skating. Was
Well-
this ever a thought? Or
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That same night when they wheeled me into my room, Matt Eversole came in, and I was still coherent and everything, and I just looked at him and started crying, and I was like, dude, I'm done. Like my career's done.
Wow.
Like what am I gonna do? You
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, don't even think about that right now. Like
You got to heal,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Yeah. But it is a thought.
Yeah.
Dude.
It-
Because your mind goes to the worst fucking
worst.
thing.
Yeah,
right away.
always.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the hospital, probably just so fucked up
Yeah.
that you don't even see healing in your future.
Yeah,
or anything,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
In your initial.
It's gonna take too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
end up filming anything for that video after the injury?
No.
So that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was probably in a neck brace for like 6.5 months after that. And then,
Let me ask you a question. So the neck brace. So you said you fractured vertebrae in your
Yeah.
neck,
Mhm.
right? You said you were only in the hospital for 4 days.
Yeah.
How do they release you from the hospital, and what do they give you any guidance? Like, okay, well, you still have fractures. You got to let them heal. Here's what you should and shouldn't do.
Yeah.
What you like? Because you're basically on your own now.
yeah. So,
You have to take care of yourself.
So like on the 3rd day, like a physical therapist came in and kind of gave my wife the ropes.
Okay.
showed her how to like help me out onto bed and all that stuff. And then it was kind of just like, I mean, shit, dude. You know, they kind of churn patients out. You know.
Yeah, they
Well,
do, definitely.
I mean, I guess it's a fracture, right? So it's not broken. So a fracture, it's got to heal. Maybe you're not
But,
in any
dude,
danger of being paralyzed.
bro, like when that neck brace was off of me, dude,
Oh.
it felt like my neck was just gonna like
Oh,
fall
dude,
over.
wow.
It was so weak. It was so skinny. It was the craziest shit.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So you had to
it
do
was-
like exercises to get your neck like muscles back in order
yeah,
and
yeah, for
everything?
sure. But
Yeah.
I couldn't do that for, dude, like at least 7 months or something like that. You know what I mean?
months. So
Yeah.
you were you bedridden the whole time, or
Absolutely.
just kind of?
So at the time we lived in this 2-story house, and my wife literally brought the whole bed downstairs, and we had it like in the living room.
Oh wow!
And dude, I would just freaking crash there for months and months.
Jesus.
And then, dude, it was rough. It was a super rough recovery process.
I
So
can
the
imagine.
recovery was over a year?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a year and a half. And then it was so jacked because finally when I was able to like come back out and like roll around, I went to the skate park and I got all fucking juiced up and I was like, dude, I could backside boardside this bar. First fucking go, dude. I freaking jump on a backboard, slip out, re-break my collarbone.
No.
Oh my god.
First day out skating,
First day out skating.
dude.
Oh my
And dude, I was fucking out again. It
At
was
least
so
it was
rough.
just a collarbone, but
Yeah.
shit.
Fuck.
You would think that sometimes something like that, you would be so apprehensive to get back on the board. I mean, we're talking about your neck.
Yeah,
We're
I
talking
mean-
about a collapsed lung, internal bruising.
Yeah. I mean, shit, you know, at the time, you know, I was still young, you know what I mean? So
How old were you?
24.
24.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
yeah.
24
Okay.
or something like that. Yeah.
This is in
something like
this is in the height of your career
Yeah.
too, man. You guys
Yeah.
are
But the
cooking.
perfect age for him to heal up, like
Yeah.
fast.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
if you're older, you know, the older you
Exactly.
get, the longer this takes.
Well, that could have been.
It's true.
I mean, if you weren't injured, you probably could have gone pro a lot earlier, or
I
around
think
that
so.
time. Around that
Yeah,
time,
like,
almost.
you know, I think I was kind of reaching a point where mentally and physically I felt really good. You know, I started feeling really good, you know,
Yeah.
and super confident and stuff like that. Cause, you know, it was kind of like not a struggle for me, but when it would come down to landing a trick, I would always be I was the guy who would freaking try a trick for like 5 hours.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I
Kick
mean?
away,
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
away, kick
But,
away.
but dude, like freaking catching it every
Yeah.
time, type deal, and just
like you
beating
could have
my
put it
body
down
up.
500
Seriously.
times.
Yeah.
It looks like you could have landed. Yeah.
Yeah,
worst.
dude, just getting jacked.
Right.
And I felt like I was mentally getting over that hump, and stuff started kind of like flowing, you know. And then boom, that happened,
Wow.
and it was just a total like mind fuck setback.
yeah.
And dude, my
Did you get
wife
to go
was
to-
seriously insane.
That's
Like,
amazing.
dude,
Held it down.
#1 supporter. It was fucking wild. I mean, you know, and then obviously Matt, being Matt and running Enjoi at the time, like that dude, there was like no, you know, there was no question in his mind about him like ever,
Kicking you off.
Yeah.
Or letting
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
you know, it's just like, you know, he'll get better and, you know,
Yeah.
he'll be
Do
back
his
type
thing.
deal.
Well, like you had your part already done.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't.
Well,
On its way.
It was
yeah,
on its
you know,
way.
because we
yeah.
still had, dude, shit. We still had probably about a solid, I would say maybe 9, 10, 11 months or something of
Yeah.
freaking filming left.
Yeah.
That's, dude, you could stack
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
for
footage
sure.
in that
Yeah,
time.
for
you know?
sure.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it was hard for me. And it still is to a point, you know what I
Sure.
mean? I
can
really
imagine.
wish that I would have come out with like a bang for that part, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But
You know what? It's life, bro.
Yeah.
You got to roll with the punches.
Totally.
Hey, at the end of the day, thank God that you fucking got some type of weird thought in your brain to put a seatbelt
dude,
on.
absolutely.
Or you would not
Timing.
even be sitting here
Fucking
probably.
timing, bro.
I don't know what I don't know what the hell that was all about, because I was so used to, at that time, you know, like I was used to just like not even wearing a seatbelt.
Right.
What's that called? Divine intervention?
It's something. Premonition. Who knows
like
what the
that Pulp
fuck?
Friction and shit. Like you get shot at 7 times, and you're like, you think you're gonna get, and then like nothing happens.
So
You know what I'm
weird.
saying?
Right before we crossed that light, I was like, shit, maybe I should put it on.
That is,
Put it on, and boom.
That is.
Such a trip.
Yeah.
I'll never forget
crazy.
that.
No.
I always trip on the fact of like timing, right? I always trip on the fact of like a car accident like that. That's a split 1/2 of a second. If you would have left the spot a half a second later
Right.
Yeah.
or sooner, that whole thing would not have happened.
Yeah.
I always trip on timing like that.
Yep.
You hear these people, or I mean, even walking out your door and something happens, or it's, you know, it's like, damn, a second later, I could have been fucking hit by that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
seriously.
that's so wild.
It's
a trip,
it's
dude.
insane to think about.
Yeah, it's a fucking trip. But, you know,
Hey, you're here, bro.
yeah.
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 Thank God.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know what? A part's a part. You know, I'm sure you were devastated that you couldn't be in the video to your full expectation, you know, but listen, you got to go to the premiere and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you got to experience all that.
Yeah,
too,
and that was
which
all fun
cool.
and
Yeah.
stuff. But,
Bittersweet,
yeah.
probably.
I mean, dude, look at all the riders on that team at that time. You know what I mean? It was sick, dude.
Right. And experiencing making the video
Yeah.
with that 11 months left, being with the team every day, that
Yeah.
camaraderie, going out in the trenches,
Yep.
that's special as well, you know.
Yeah. That whole era leading up to that video, some of my best times ever. You know what I mean? It was just, it was beautiful, man. Just like
Right.
It looked like, I mean,
like
yeah.
the freaking getting, like partying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
costume parties, dude. Like fucking pissing myself at you know, it was insane, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they would get their ads, too.
Yeah, it was so
like,
fun, dude.
Let's throw a
It was
party.
so
We're going to
fun.
do an ad.
Well, that's. I think we, me and my friends would be like, "Dude, I want to ride for Enjoi because you don't have to do anything. Like,
Yeah.
like you do. But
Yeah,
if you want to
fun.
get an ad, you can get an ad by
Oh, yeah.
just doing whatever the
Hell,
fuck,
dude.
whatever."
Yeah.
That was so dope.
cut
You
it
know what I
out.
mean? Because there was never any pressure about getting an ad, like
Right.
a skate ad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was always like, I just wake up the next day and like, dude, look at this photo we got of you.
Yeah.
And it was an ad. You
Next
know?
day.
It was so good.
Did you ever see them like this randomly? They came out. And you're like, "What? You never saw it?" Or
Nope. Shit would just come out.
Just come out. No,
Nobody
like,
was
hey,
safe.
is this cool?
Nope.
You all right
You
with
run this by you.
this?
You run this by
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah, no, none of that, dude. Matt was a genius at that, you know. I
love it.
And he came out with a lot of really amazing ads, super funny ads.
was there any that you were like tripping on back then?
Well, I mean, shit. If you look back at it now, yeah, you know, like there was like, you know, like even your two dads like Enjoi type deal or love Enjoi type deal. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff that if you like put out now, it'd be super.
Oh yeah. Like,
Didn't age
super
flirting with that-
controversial.
Flirting
Right.
with that
Yeah.
line.
Didn't age well,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
You know. That happens, though. What are you going to do?
Or like
You know?
one of my favorite ads was like it was a Clark ad, and he's in a hot tub, and the caption says like
Your sister can hold her breath very long, something like that.
yeah.
What was it? Your sister can't.
Your sister can sure hold her breath
A long time.
for a
long-
long time
Oh
or
my
something like
gosh.
that. It was so good.
In the jacuzzi.
In the jacuzzi doing Clark's like this. Just it's
There
so
we go.
funny.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. There's
I
been
love
a
that.
lot of amazing ads. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it was the only
But-
brand to ever do shit like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's great.
But like in the beginning, dude, Mark's vision with like all those ads and all that shit were amazing.
Genius.
Man.
Yeah.
So good.
Genius.
One of my favorite ads is like you just holding a hot dog,
Yeah.
like the Who Let the Dogs Out or something like that.
That was like, dude, that was when I first got on. He said he had some ideas for an ad, and dude, he picked me up, and we freaking drove around San Jose, and he's like, dude, this is perfect. You know, let's get you fucking holding a big ass hot dog, and then like that same day we shot the other ad of I'm like in an ice cream truck, like a blue ice cream truck, and I'm holding a bag of popcorn or something, and then it just says my name. It's so insane.
So rad, dude.
So good.
That shit.
Like that's the ad. Like
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
skating. We're not. You don't need
Yeah.
to go out and get an ad. Like
It was
You're like,
so
all right,
sick.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
We're done. Let's get out of
Yeah.
here. Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your
left.
left.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit
Right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right
Yeah,
there.
please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of
Oh, it's like
there.
right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
but
there?
The subscribe's like over to the left.
Like right over there. All right.